Miss Glover doesn't hate you, honey. I'm sure she does not. Okay, shh, don't say that. We're recording. Hello. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about the steps to write an equation to a line that's parallel given to another line through a point. So the first thing that you always want to do, what did I tell you, is find what? The slope. So the easiest way to find the slope of a line when you're given the equation of a line is to make sure that the line is in the form what? Yeah. You want it says solve for y. You want it to look like y equals mx plus b, because then you know that your slope is this number right here, okay? So you always want your equation to be solved for y, okay? Sometimes you might have an equation in this form. So if you have the equation already written in this form, which is called point slope form, can you just borrow the slope from here? Is it the same thing? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we're going to start by figuring out the slope of the current equation. So I'm going to write the current equation that we're looking at, y equals 3/4 x plus 2. So tell me what the slope and the y-intercept is of that line, Kane. Yeah, I'm trying to squeeze it all in there. The slope is 3/4, and the y-intercept is 2. So if I had to graph that line, Antoine, if I had to graph that equation, y equals 3/4 x plus 2, where would I begin? Begin at 2. Begin at B. Good job, sir. Thank you. How do I count my slope, Dakota? How do I count that I have a slope of 3/4? Yeah, on that. Like, what would you do? Okay. Perfect. Thank you, ma'am. Up 3. I wasn't thanking you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for closing the door. Thank you, sir. Yes, up 3/4. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Up 3/4. I'm going to connect my points and make a nice straight line. Okay. So this right here is the graph y equals 3/4 x plus 2. We're taking that and creating another equation parallel to this line. So I need to know, I actually write it like this. Parallel slope. What's my parallel slope going to be? My parallel slope is going to be 3/4. What point is it passing through? 8/3. So I am going to write this in, I need to write an equation, and it wants me to write it in y equals mx plus b, right? This is the way I have to write it. But I have to start with point slope form because I'm given a point and my slope. So Gavin Harper, can you write the equation in point slope form for the 0.83 with the slope of 3/4? You want to do it for us? Thank you. Nope, just tell me what it is. Tell me what is it? What is y1? Good job, y minus 3. Awesome. Awesome, perfect. X minus 8. That's exactly perfect. So that is an equation. It's just not in the right form. How do we put that in the right form, Kane? We do. So 3/4 times x is 3/4 x. 3/4 times 8/1. 3 times 8 is, and 4 times 1 is 4. What does 24 divided by 4 equal? 6. So I'm just going to get rid of that and write 6. So I'm trying to get y all by itself. So Kane said add 3 to both sides. So in slope-intercept form, my equation is y equals 3/4 x plus 9. Okay. So my graph doesn't go all the way up to 9. I'd be guessing if I was going to try and graph it, because I have to graph this line. But what can I do? Oh, this is minus. This is minus. Is that what you were saying? Yeah. You're right. That's minus. Good call on that. I heard that. Don't be afraid to correct me. I made all kinds of mistakes this morning. So I can do this. So I'm going to begin at -3, right? And then I'm going to go up 3 and over 4. So this is y equals 3/4 x minus 3. We know that those two lines are parallel, even if my graph isn't perfect, because they have the same slope. Okay. Are we ready to keep going? Okay. Let's do it again. So what's the slope of the given line, which is y equals 3/7 x minus 1? What's my slope and what's my y-intercept? Aiden, what's the slope of the given line, y equals 3/7 x minus 1? Bah. 3/7. What's the y-intercept, Aiden? Bah. Good job.
Did you start the video?
I did, but thank you. Yes. Okay. So I'm writing an equation that's parallel. So what is my parallel slope going to be? Anyone? Parallel slope. That doesn't say 11m. It says parallel m. It's going to be the exact same, 3/7. What point am I using? What point does it tell me to use? 7, -2. Okay. So, Kate, you feel like you can write an equation in point slope form given the point
Yes.
and the slope? Awesome. Do it.
Y minus plus -2.
Plus 2. Good job.
And then it equals 3/7 parentheses x minus 7.
Perfect. That's awesome. Okay, we're almost done. We have to write this equation in slope-intercept form and then graph both of those lines. So I'm going to distribute. So I have y plus 2 equals 3/7 x. Remember, this is 7/1. So 3 times -7 is, -21. 7 times 1 is 7. What does 21 divided by 7 equal? 3. So this is really just going to be 3 minus 3. So I'm going to begin for this. I'm going to graph this equation. Oh, I'm not done yet. What do I have to do next? Got ahead of myself. Yeah, subtract 2 from both sides. So in slope-intercept form, I have y equals 3/7 x minus 5. I'm going to begin at 5 and go up 3/7. Well, that's really right there. Up 3/7. And that's the parallel line. Y equals 3/7 x minus 5. I still need to graph the first equation, which began at -1, up 1, 2, 3/7. This is the equation y equals 3/7 x minus 1. Are they parallel?
Yes.
Yeah, they look like it. They look like they're parallel. I think we're doing pretty good. Okay. So tell me why this one is different. Say that again. I heard someone say it. It's in standard form, and I heard someone say that we need to solve for y. Yeah. So I have to get y all by itself. So I'm going to just do it. I'm going to subtract 4x. So I have 3y equals -4x plus 9. Divide everything by 3. So I have the equation y equals negative 4/3 x plus 3. So my slope is negative 4/3, and my y-intercept is 3. Once you guys are ready, I want you to graph that. When you're ready, I want you to graph that.
Probably lost myself.
So when I graph this, I'm going to begin at 3. Because my slope is negative, that means I go down 4/3. So my line looks something like this. I'm going to label it so I know which line it is. So this is y equals negative 4/3 x plus 3. So still doing parallel lines, still talking about parallel lines. So what's my parallel slope going to be? Negative 4/3. And what point am I going through? What point is this line passing through? Negative 3, negative 2. Okay. Abigail, do you feel like you can write an equation in point slope form for this line? Okay, do it up.
Y plus 2 equals negative 4/3 x plus 3.
Awesome. Okay, we know that that's not in slope-intercept form. We're going to keep doing this. We have to distribute. So I have y plus 2 equals negative 4/3 x. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. 3 times 1 is 3. What is 12 divided by 3?
4.
4. So I'm going to turn this into a negative 4. Last step. Good job. Subtract the 2. So my equation is y equals negative 4/3 x minus 6. So that means I'm going to begin at negative 6. And since I can't go down and to the right, I should go up and to the left. Up 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3. So this is the equation y equals negative 4/3 x minus 6. Thoughts? Like it, hate it? Hate it? Why do you hate it? Okay, so let me tell you what. Here's what I think. I feel like you can absolutely identify the slope, and I think you can absolutely write the equation in point slope form. This right here. I think the thing that's hard is transferring that over. That's what you guys are hating. True or false? All of it?
The only issue I have with it is the fractions.
The fractions. So remember, we do know how to do this math on our calculator, right? Okay. All right. I don't like using it either, but I'm just saying it's not cheating. Okay. I'm going to not do this one because I feel like we've killed this. Like we've beaten it to death. Can we go on?
Yes.
Okay. You can. So now we're going to talk about writing the equation to a line that's perpendicular to the given line. So still want to solve for y. We still want to make it look like y equals mx plus b. Why do we need that? Because we need to know slope. We got to know slope. We can't do any of this without the slope. All right? So let's look at our first equation. Y equals 3/4 x plus 2. What is the slope of the given equation and what is the y-intercept of the given equation? Naya. Slope? Slope is 3/4 and the y-intercept? Perfect. So that means I'm going to begin at 2. From there, I'm going to go up 3 over 4. And I'm going to connect those points with a nice straight line, throw some arrows on the end of it, and label it. Y equals 3/4 x plus 2. So I want to write an equation to a line that's perpendicular. So I need to figure out what the perpendicular slope is. Gavin Kane, you were looking at me. I know that you know what the perpendicular slope is. That's why you were looking at me. You were hoping that I called on you. I could tell. I'm not. What's the perpendicular slope? There you go. I knew you knew it. -4/3. Exactly. What point are we passing through? Daniel, what point are we passing through? Okay, you guys got this. So, Brody, can you write an equation in point slope form with that given perpendicular slope and the point?
Y plus 2 equals -4/3 and x minus 6.
Perfect. We got this. Okay. Now I need to do what? Distribute. You guys should love that word. -4/3 x. A -4 times a -6 is a positive 24. 3 times 1 is 3. What does 24 divided by 3 equal? 8. It equals 8. So can I just turn this into a plus 8? Are we almost done? Yes. What do I need to do next? -2. So when I do that, I have y equals -4/3x, and 8 minus 2 is a positive 6. So where do I begin on this graph? At positive 6, and I'm going to go down 4 and over 1, 2, 3. And when I connect these, what do I have? 2 perpendicular lines. Do you see what I'm adding in the where those 2 intersect? What did I just add there? Yeah, add that little right angle box, okay? That's important. What do you want to say, Daniel? You're passing. Are we good with this one, or do everyone need a minute? Yeah, for sure, for sure. You're asking me so many questions. I didn't hear any of them. A lot. And what else? No. It's the page that I printed.
Oh, she got ahead this time.
Not yet. Okay. You good, Daniel? Dakota, you good? Okay. Oh, wait. You good, bud? Okay. All right. We're going to do this again. So slope of the given line. Amir, what's the slope of the given line? And what's the y-intercept? Yep, I'm talking about the line in the equation. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Perfect. What is the perpendicular slope, Eli? -7/3. Corbett, what point are we running this line through? What point are we running that line through? What order pair?
3
Yeah, 3 -1. Corbett, can you write this in point slope form?
I'm working on it.
Okay, you work on it. We'll wait.
So did we get a free class today?
Stop. He's got it.
I don't think he does.
Why?
Plus 1 equals -7/3 x minus 3.
Y equals negative 7 over 3 times the quantity x minus 3. Very nice, Brody and Corbett. That's okay. Okay, so listen, let's do this. We're going to distribute y plus 1 equals negative 7/3 x. Negative 7 times negative 3 is positive 21. 3 times 1 is 3. What does 21 over 3?
7.
You guys are
I
awesome.
said it first.
You did. She said it first. 7. Okay, last step. What do I need to do? Subtract the 1 from both sides. So y equals negative 7/3 x plus 6. I'm going to begin with the equation that we just finished, positive 6. I can't go down 7 and to the right 3, so instead I need to go up 7 and to the left 3. Up. Do you see your slope right here? Shh. Oh, I'm at negative 6. Guys, you guys are so on it. I'm sorry. Shh. Yeah, I'm working on literally 2 hours of sleep. Positive 6. Shh. Go down 7 over 3. I wasn't gaming all night, Daniel.
Neither was I.
Okay.
I was studying. I was comfortable.
Okay, let's graph the first line. Shh, shh, shh. The first equation, which was y equals 3/7 x minus 1, means I begin at negative 1, go up 3 over 7. Make sure, since you know these are perpendicular, that you add your little right angle in there. Okay. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going back so you can see it. So here's what I'm going to do. I think that some of you are good to go and can start on your homework. And I think that some of you maybe need me to work out 1 or 2 more. So I'm going to give you the choice.
Do you have anything on mine?
Say that again?
Do you have anything on mine? EDIA.
Yeah, you do have an EDIA. None of this is due till Friday. Yes, but there's something special about it. You're not doing all of that. Let me pass it out or go to Canvas. Hey, there's like 49 questions here. I don't want you to do them all. Because that's too much. I would never do that to you guys. Hey, listen up. So, the directions on Canvas say you're going to do 1 through 31 odd. So whenever I write something like that, people are like, what does that mean? So let's just talk about it. Tell me. Let's circle them as Daniel's talking.
All of the odd numbers.
All of the odd numbers. Let's do it.
What are odd numbers?
1,
4,
3,
6, 8,
5,
10,
7,
12,
9,
13,
11, 13, 15.
I can't really.
All of the left ones on the left for the first 2 groupings.
31, right?
Yes, but hang on, there's more.
19.
4, 7.
Stop. 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, and 27. Flip it over. You have 29 and 31. Flip it over, 29 and 31. Then Canvas says that you're supposed to do, it originally said 33 through 48 multiples of 3. And I changed that and just listed them. Yeah, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, and 48. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. If you want me to do a couple more practice problems, I'm going to, and I'm still recording. So I'm going to do 1 more perpendiculars. If you don't need that, get started on your homework, okay? Shh. Yes, you can, but I want you to be quiet so I can do this. Daniel, sir. You may. Shh. Okay. So, for those of you that want the extra practice, raise your hand so I know that I'm doing this for someone. Okay.